let's see what are the looping statements in Python. So there are for loop and while loop. The for loop is the loop that print repeated value. So loop is used to do a repeated task. If you want to write a repeated code, if you want to write a series of code to be run in your program, then with the unless writing multiples of code, you can use for loop and while loop to minimize your code, and you can make effective code by using for loop and while loop. So for loop is we can use for loop for printing the number from 1 to 100 like that. So I will explain with the example. So if I want to print a number from 1 to 10, so I will write the for loop like for I in range 1 to 11, because it excludes the last one, so it print the 1 to 10. Then I print I. Okay, run the code. So it print the number from 1 to 10. So the for loop is, we can write it like this. So it will check each and every and print that. So I will increment over here. First it will start from 1, because I given the range as 1. If I give the range as 0, let's see what will happen. So it starts from 0. So how it defines is, first, so I given I is equal to 0. Then it check whether the I is lesser than the 11, because I given this range as 11. Then it have one increment statement like I is equal to I plus 1. So then it goes to here. Then it first check this condition. Then it's print I. Then after printing I, it increment its value by 1. Then again it check the condition. Like that it will go on till I is less than 11. If I is not less than 11, the loop will stop and you will get this result. So like this, the for loop will work. So this is the example for number. For example, I have the name is equal to, let's say, Ankit. Okay, I want to write the whole letters. Okay, I want to write the whole letters. I will use for loop for I in name. Okay, I in name, then colon, then I hit enter. So it's giving error. I have to close the bracket. So it will write my name. So what for loop will do is, it will go each and every location, like first A, then I is 0, it will print A, then I will increment it to 1, then I will become 1, then it go this place, then it return this n, then I will be incremented, then it go this place. Like that it will continue till the last position of this name. So for loop is used to check each and every series like data. It will check each and every, and you can do this, you can use this to print numbers, memory location, like values in the name, like that. So let's see another use case of this for loop. For example, I want to print the squares of a number from 1 to 10, but the number should be even number. So I will first mention num is equal to 0. Okay, num is equal to 0 from 1 to 10. So I want to give this in range 1 to 11. So it will print like 1 to 10. So, and I will give the if condition because I want to print only the square of the even number. So how to get the even number? Like if condition, if check the the feature or the character of the even number is when it divided by 0, the remainder divided by 2, the remainder always 0. So I will use that feature of that to check whether it's a even number or not. If the I modulo divided by 2, then if the answer is 0, then I print the square of that number. So square is defined by like this. If I is 2, then it's I square. 2 into 2, 4. So this is my code. Then I press run. So I got the result. I got the square of all the number from 1 to 10. Only the number even number like 2. 2 to the like 2. 2 square is 4. Then 4. 4 square is 16. Then 6. 6 square is 36. Then 8. Then 10. So like this I can use if condition within for loop to get a particular result. So you can also use the second if conditional formatting like while loop. There are while loop. While loop is the loop that uses to it will repeat the loop until the condition is true. So we can use this while loop to if you have any condition, then you can use that while loop. For example, num. Okay, num is equal to 0. I will first initialize the value num is equal to 0. Then I condition while condition is num less than 11. Okay, because I want to print the same whatever I did in for loop, I will do using while loop. I want to print the square of the even number from 1 to 10. Then I will use if num is num divided remainder equal to 0, then print num into square of num. Okay, then print square of num, otherwise don't print. Then I want to increment because in for loop it will happen automatically. The incrementation will happen automatically. In while loop I have to increment, but increment should be within a while loop, not within a if condition. This is the range of if condition. So you have to go to this place. Then num is equal to num plus 1. Then I will execute this code. So I will first this as 1. So I got the same result as the even square of even number. So how this will work case. First num is initialized with 1. Then it check the num is lesser than 11 because I want to print only within the 10. Num is lesser than 10. Yes, num is lesser than 10. Then it enters to the true part of this while loop. The true part of while loop contains if condition. So in if condition, it will check whether the num means a 1 modulo divided by 2 is equal to 0. No, it will false. Then it will come out of the if condition. Then it reach here. It will increment it by 1. So the now num is 2. Then it checks the 2 is lesser than 11. Yes, 2 is lesser than 11. Then it will enter the true part of this. The true part of this while loop contains the if condition. Then it check 2 modulo divided by 2 is equal to 0. Yes, 2 modulo divided by 2 is equal to 0. Then it will print this num into then that means 2 square 2 means 4. It will print 4. Then it will comes out of this if condition. Then again the num value is incremented. Then again this loop will happen until the num value is less than 11. The last num value will 11. Num value will 11. It check whether the num value 11 is less than 11. No, condition become false. Then it will comes out of the for loop. So this is, if you want to print anything out of when the condition is false for the while loop, you have to enter it over here. That is print loop completed. Okay, and run this code. This gives the result as loop completed because it will comes out when condition is false. Here the condition is false, it will comes to this place. Like this, the loop will happen.